What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. We have done an awesome job with our scientists. They are all up around the classroom. Can I even show y'all that? Nah, maybe we'll show you that tomorrow. Okay, so long story short, make sure to get this written in your agenda, okay? Remember, we are having a journal check, right, on August 30th. So on August 30th, we are having journal check number 2, and I will be checking your agenda at that point. So make sure you got that. We're going to do entry activity number 1 today. And then you guys see the stuff on the agenda. You know what it is. Here we go down here. Hey, journal check number 1 is due. I'm going to start like literally right after I record this. Once the bell rings, boom, boom, boom. During first period, I'm going to start actually entering in grades. So make sure that you are up to date with everything. Google folders 821, that was due yesterday. And then what does the scientist look like? Also was due yesterday, both at 11:59. Just remember, you don't have to turn it in at 11:59. You just have until 11:59 to turn it in. All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. So we talked about the scientific journal. Make sure on the front cover you have 3 things, and I think I'll redo this slide just a bit, but you have 3 things. You want scientific journal, you want your first and last name, and then whatever period that you're in, okay? So again, scientific journal, your first and last name, and then whatever period you are actually in. Those are the 3 things that you want on there. Okay, let's keep it pushing, okay? All right. This is how your scientific journal should look. These are just some examples, and we'll just walk through them real quick, okay? Because now we're going to actually start using it. I want you to be organized in there. Okay, if you look all the way over there, you see how it says entry activity. It has the date, and then it has 1, 2, 3. So depending on how many things are in the entry activity, sometimes it's going to be 1, sometimes it's going to be 2, sometimes 3. You have to write incomplete sentences. You do not, repeat after me, ever have to write down the question. You do not have to write down the question. Just write in a complete sentence, right? And we'll talk about that during the first entry activity, so don't trip out, okay? All right, and then once you're done, if you look over here, they just drew a line, and then they just went to their next entry activity. So on one page, you should have at least 2 entry activities, or maybe 3. Sometimes it's going to be like, entry activity, draw a line, and then notes down here. So if you look over here, oh, we did an actual like lab. So they did a lab at the very beginning. They got a little bit of notes up top, and then they just drew a line, and they're like, oh, I have room enough to put my other entry activity there. That's all that you need to do, and that will keep it organized. And don't skip pages. Don't leave pages all blank. Fill up as much, okay? As much as each page as you possibly can. You don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I need every single line. If there's like 2 lines at the bottom, just go to the next page. And you want to write on both sides. So you want to write on both sides of the paper. So see how this is on one side, and then you're literally just going to the other page and writing there. Do not have blank pages. Write on both sides of the page, which means you should definitely write in pencil, okay? Because if you write in pen, it might bleed through. Okay, unless you have a very light pen. But again, that's up to you. You need to write on both sides of the pages. All right, let's keep it pushing. Okay. Again, here's another example. Look, we took some notes right here, and we were drawing. So we were drawing the notes, and you'll see this where sometimes I'm gonna have you take some notes. Sometimes it's gonna be a drawing and label. Okay, right? So there's all kinds of different things. Then they just drew a line, put the entry activity, and if you want to just put EA. I'm totally okay with that. If you just want to put EA, totally cool with that. And then, again, write in the stuff, and then boom. And look, there's a few little lines left right here. Totally fine. Just moved over to the next page and started writing. Again, you should be writing on both sides of the pages. Did you really just ask if you have to write in complete sentences? You must write in complete sentences. I want to say this. Always write in complete sentences unless Mr. Farr, unless your teacher tells you it's okay. Sometimes I'm going to be like, hey, it's not a problem. Don't write in complete sentences. But you need to write in complete sentences. Always make that the assumption. I will tell you otherwise. So if I say make a list, now we're not writing in complete sentences. All right, cool. So let's go here. And I'm going to give you time. So here, I'll explain this too, because we haven't done this. So this right here is just a sentence starter. It's to help you to answer the question. So you write it in a complete sentence. So what is Mr. Farr's biggest pet peeve? Mr. Farr's biggest pet peeve is blank. whatever that is. You do not have to use the blue. It is there for people who need extra support, or sometimes you're just like, man, I'm not feeling like thinking. Mr. Farr's already helped you out a little bit with that. Okay, what is the most important expectation in Mr. Farr's class? Just remember the memes. The most important expectation in Mr. Farr's class is, boom, and you need to say that, and then you need to go ahead and solve the riddle. I will give you guys time for that. You'll have approximately 4 minutes. Also, during this time, there is zero, none, zilch, no talking whatsoever. If you finish early, remain silent, calm, and chill, okay? That's what you need to do. All right, y'all. All right, so you see the timer going down there. By the way, did you take the time? Did you take the time to actually, like, write? If you didn't, I'm going to move myself down and stop this video again and be like, make sure you go right. Before, like, if you're watching this video, make sure you go right, okay? Answer these questions, then we'll talk about it. What's up? I put myself at the bottom of the screen because we got all kinds of things. So what is Mr. Farr's biggest pet peeve? Let's see if you guys can guess it. It is having to repeat myself, especially. So I don't mind repeating myself if I didn't explain well, or you need another example. You were like, oh, I need a little bit more. I'm totally cool with that. Clarification is cool, right? But when you just weren't listening and you want me just to say the exact same thing that I just said, nah, I'm not cool with that. So my expectation is that you listen for understanding, and then do what you're supposed to do. Again, maturity comes when you know what you're supposed to do and you're able to do it when it's time. So when it's time to listen, you're able to do that. When it's time for jokes, you're able to do that. When it's time to have fun, you're able to do that. When it's time to be serious and lock in and get to work, you can also do that. Okay, what is the most important expectation? I think that's what it was supposed to be. Oh, I showed it. Most important expectation in Mr. Farr's class, and it is respect. That we all respect each other, that you respect yourself, you respect your family, you respect that last name that you carry, you respect Mr. Farr, Mr. Farr respects you. That is what it is, and that we treat each other with that kind of respect on a daily, everyday basis. I appreciate all who have been going out of their way to do this. Please continue in that. We will talk more about that as the year goes on. All right, last thing, how can you go 10 days without sleep? This answer is simple. Just sleep at night, fam. Not to sleep during the day. Just sleep at night, fam. It's good. Ha ha! All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so we did a little bit of a Canvas tour the other day. I did put this thing, authorize Google, to get started, because sometimes you're going to have to do this authorization. So if you see that, just authorize. All it is authorizing for Canvas to be attached to your Google, and you want to be able to do that. So let's go ahead, and we talked about the modules already. We turned in an assignment, we scanned in an assignment, we took a screenshot of an assignment. So we've already turned in a couple of assignments. So this Canvas tour shouldn't be too much. So we're just gonna take a scan through, and I want to show you. So hopefully by now you have Canvas bookmarked. That's what I would say. Oh my goodness.
Mia Myers, please report to the office.
We're just gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to wait, yo. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, so hopefully by now you have Canvas bookmarked, or again, it is in the waffle, but it's way down and you cannot move it further up. Some of these other apps, if you look, you can move them around, but Canvas is not one of those ones that you can, so not a problem. So click there. This should open up your Canvas. We're just gonna go right in. Bam. Obviously my Canvas looks a little bit different than your guys's. I'll go to student view so it can look as similar to your guys as possible. Okay, couple things I just want to put in here and see. By the way, authorize. I don't know if mine will authorize or not. We'll see. You know what? And since it's not, I'm gonna leave student view. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'll go to student view later. But you should end up with this as your home page right there. We'll talk about this flex in the flex thing, but I have that up there for you guys, so you can just click to the website so that you guys can be able to schedule. It's kind of like how Ed Efficiency was last year. Right here, we haven't talked about this at all. If you click there, you can open up the agenda slides, and these agenda slides have all the agenda notes and things. So I haven't updated for today, but I will have that updated as soon as I'm done recording this video. But basically, if for some reason you're not here, you have all the slides, you'll have the intro activities, you'll have the notes, you'll have all the things that we did and looked at. So just know that. So all of that stuff will be in there for you, so you don't have to fall behind on your notes. Also, the video lesson that I'm recording, the actual playlist, right? So here's all the ones from, so I did Monday, Tuesday. I just started this week. I didn't do last week, so I started this week, and I'm recording Thursday as we speak. So again, this will just show you the videos, and you can play them, and that way you don't have to fall behind. Or if you need more explanation, you can go back and watch the video. And again, you can cut to the part of the video that's important for you, okay? So those things are right there at the beginning. I put a little message from the kid president. You can watch that at your leisure, okay? We talked about modules already. I do want to say this. Sometimes this part gets collapsed. So if you click there, sometimes it's collapsed. You can click, you can open it back up. Here's the modules. Again, this is the modules for this week. So you look at everything. These are all the other assignments that we've had and that we've done and that we've turned in. And then now we have the syllabus scavenger hunt, which we will start today. So this kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Also, now I think I need to go to student view. And then I'm going to click on grades. This is just an FYI for you guys, okay? This will show you your grades. So all these right here. Also, you can go ahead and click right here on this assignment. And then you can say, you can do a couple things. One, you can view exactly what you turned in. So you guys don't have to be like, did I turn in the right thing? Does it look good? You can just click on the assignment and say view feedback. You can open up the assignment yourself and see exactly what you turned in. And if you are like, I don't like it, resubmission is right here. So you can just resubmit. Also, to leave a comment, and this is how Mr. Farr is going to be like, communicate with me. Leave a comment right here, okay? Boom. So you can just leave a comment and just say, hello, Mr. Farr, right? Hello, Mr. Farr. Bam. And just click save. And now the comment is in there. If you really wanted to, you could attach a file. So this is a way, like if something's closed or whatever, you can attach the file of the assignment right there. By the way, that's a trick. In the comments, you can always attach the file. Right? And then you could also do media, which means you could leave like a voice or you could leave a video if that's something of your choosing, okay? So that pretty much is just how to get around Canvas. You guys have been in Canvas before, but that's how to navigate inside of what I'm doing. Okay, cool. With that being said, let's see, I don't think we have a crazy amount more. Okay, let's just talk about this for a second. What is a scientist? Let's just talk about this for a second. What do you believe a scientist is? I'm not going to answer a lot of questions, but I want you to think about what is a scientist? Like, what is a scientist? We answered a different question. What does a scientist look like? But what is a scientist? Like, what is it like when I say scientist, you're like, oh, that is boom. Here's another question that's really good, right? Is what do you think a scientist does? So what is a scientist? And then what does a scientist do? So think about that. I just want you to think about that. Like, what does a scientist actually do? Like, what is the, like when you say, oh, they're doing science, what the heck does that even mean, right? Okay. And then you guys did answer this question, right? You guys did answer this question. What does a scientist look like? And you didn't answer it verbally. I asked you to draw me a picture of what you were thinking. So you told me what a scientist looks like. And we're going to look at all those. You guys will see them up around the room, but we'll look at all those tomorrow. Now, on to this assignment. So I'm going to give you the syllabus today. By the way, that was one thing in Canvas that I actually did not show. So let me just go back. The syllabus is actually located right here. Right here. So you can open up the syllabus. You can see it at any time. Okay. So boom. So the syllabus is available to you right there. But what I want you to do to know is that get it signed. It is due back tomorrow. Okay. So it is due back tomorrow. So I'm giving those out today. It's due back tomorrow. If for some reason you're like, I'm not here and I watched the video, then you could actually, right, you could from the assignment, you can actually download the syllabus and then just have your parents sign it. It's totally cool. Not a big deal, okay? So I'm just putting that out there as an option. But again, it is due back tomorrow. Now, on to the last thing. The syllabus scavenger hunt. Click here to open and make a copy of the syllabus scavenger hunt. You just go File, Make a Copy. Totally cool. You can open and read the syllabus here. You have the syllabus in front of you. And in the syllabus scavenger hunt, they're going to be asking you questions about the syllabus, okay? It's going to be ask you questions about the syllabus, and then you need to type in your answers. Here we go. You do not need to write incomplete sentences. You can totally use bullet points, okay? Totally use bullet points to be able to answer the questions. And you just answer the questions in the boxes right below. So here's this question, answer it in this box right below, this question right below, this question right below, and just go through the whole document. Again, you've got to make your own copy of the document. Okay, any questions, any comments, any concerns? Hopefully this is totally good for you. So even if you're at home, you can still do this assignment, no problem. This assignment, I'm shooting for it to be due tomorrow, but I'm gonna see really like how far we're able to get. All right, y'all, that is actually it for today. This is where we are gonna end and finish. So get this done, and then you can do some more like poking around and looking and looking through the actual Canvas and the Bitmoji Classroom. There's a lot of little things I put in there, so check it out. All right, y'all, with that being said, peace. Until next time.